Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Storytime Society. I'm so happy you're here. I'm so glad you're alive. I'm your host, Jamie, and I am so happy that you're tuning in for another episode. This is a mini episode, so we'll be anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes. And I have stories with updates, and sometimes we do stories with themes. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. It's usually a pretty quick one. I usually just read the stories and give my opinions, and I don't do any of the extra talking at the end unless I really feel like talking about something. Then I will. But I'm also in my Christmas themed outfit because I just filmed the Christmas episode, but this will be posted a day after the Christmas episode. So happy holidays, and I love you guys. But let's get started with the story. Okay, the title is I'm leaving my husband because I found out that he has been making fun of me behind my back to his ex. My husband, male 45, and I, female 36, met about 6 years ago. We have been married for 1 year. When we met, I was very fit and athletic. I started gaining weight, however, after suffering 2 miscarriages and the loss of my mother to cancer. I was very depressed and barely got out of bed, if not to go to work. I stopped exercising and instead started eating junk food. I gained 40 pounds in 2 years, 2019 to 2020. Under this time, my husband, then fiance, was very supportive and loving. I felt guilty and tried to give him an out several times, but instead, he proposed and we got married last summer. Since our marriage, I have been feeling much better, and it showed. I've lost around 20 pounds so far, and I gained back my muscles and abs. He was so happy to see me feeling better. On his computer, however, it was a totally different story. He was talking almost under our entire relationship to his ex wife about me. His ex wife, female 46, left him about 7 to 8 years ago for her colleague. The relationship didn't work, however, and she tried to get back together with my husband. He had already met me, but they stayed friends, mostly via chat, texting, since she lives 12 hours away. My husband was complaining about everything about me, my job, my depression, my cooking, but mostly about my weight. He was telling her how disgusting I was to him, how he even found it hard to share the same bed since I snored like a dog. He sent her pictures of me while sleeping, sometimes in underwear, with comments about my belly, double chin, back boobs, etc. She found these pictures extremely amusing, and she came up with the name White Whale. They both found it hilarious, and now this is what they referred to me as. They don't flirt exactly or talk about being together or starting an affair, but they do say that they miss each other and they reminisce about the time they were married. She's more flirtatious, and he really enjoys it. Whatever he's telling her isn't what I have experienced with him. I don't disgust him. He tells me that he loves me all the time. We have great and passionate sex, and the way he touches and makes love to me is so great. He must be a really good actor if he was in reality disgusted by me. And he hates the few times we have to sleep apart. He's lying, and I don't know why he's doing it. He's lying to one of us, and I'm not sure if I want to know who he's lying to and why. I decided to get out of the marriage and leave this behind me. Right now, I'm acting like everything is normal, but I have started looking for a new job in another city and a place to rent. I also started with birth control pills in case something happens between us, and I have talked to a lawyer to prepare the divorce and start the process once I'm gone. One thing I'm not going to do is fall back into a depression and weight gain. I will not allow it. What a waste of love he has been. Edit, I can't believe I need to explain this about the birth control pills. Very simple explanation. Up until I went through his messenger, I loved and trusted this guy. We had great sex. We had a great sex life, and we were trying to conceive. When I read what he has written and the way he took pictures of me sleeping, something happened inside of me, like I don't know who this person in front of me is anymore. I can't read his face, and I don't trust him. I don't know how long I'm going to need to stay under the same roof as him. I don't know what his reaction would be if I refused him under a long period of time with no real excuse. I don't know what else he's capable of besides taking pictures of me sleeping. I don't know if I, in a moment of weakness, succumb to lust or if he, for just a moment, could fool me that he actually loved me. For all these reasons and many darker scenarios I have played out in my head, I'm taking extra precautions. Anyone with an IQ of a chicken could understand that, or so I hope. Thank you, everyone, for the support. I will update when I know more about where I'm headed. That's actually so messed up, and I would do the same thing. That's insane. I'm so for venting to your friends about things. I'm so for that. But this is not venting. This is diabolical. Why are you with this woman? You clearly don't like her. You clearly hate her. You think she's a white whale, disgusting little fat pig with a belly and That's actually insane and so rude. Like, I wouldn't even say that, I feel like, about my worst enemy. That's so, 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 so sad. The fact that you're with this woman, you're married to this woman, and this is what you're saying. What's happening? Are you her arch nemesis who's like trying to get close to her to destroy her life? I'm just so confused because what? That's diabolical to me. Truly. All right, there's an update, so we're going to read it. I'm so shook. I'm so shook. I'm leaving my husband because I found out that he has been making fun of me behind my back to his ex. Update. Hi again. I don't know how to make an update, but my original post is in my profile. Sorry if I'm using the wrong terminology for Reddit. But I'm feeling happy, so happy for the first time in weeks, and I wanted to share that with you since many of you supported and requested an update. I thought it would be the decent thing to do. So here comes nothing. I didn't pry or spy on my husband. I used his MacBook to do some work, and he had forgotten to log out of Facebook and Messenger. He has never given me any reason to spy on him. After I found out, however, I would occasionally check his phone, maybe hoping that it was all just a bad joke. He continued complaining anyhow, and now he was telling her I was being distant and cold in a manner and that he was tired of me. He even lied and told her I was gaining even more weight, even though I'm not. He told her we weren't having sex. I avoided him because he couldn't find it under the rules of fat, a joke that she highly appreciated. I didn't spy after that. I got the confirmation I needed. In the meantime, he acted like the worried husband with me, concerned about me, and asked if I was going through a new depression. He told me he loved me and that he was there for me. He did everything like previous times I had dips. Called home from work, came home with takeouts from my favorite restaurants, did all the cleaning and washing around the house, baked fresh bread in the mornings, flowers and chocolate, and asked me if I wanted to go for nighttime drives and walks. He used to take me for a night he used to take me for a drive the nights I was feeling very down and depressed. How can anyone be so two-faced? I have my big sister who lives in another city. I told her that I was leaving my husband and that I was looking for jobs in her city. My sister is married and she lives with her husband and daughter in a big house. She offered me one of her spare bedrooms. I got a few job interviews and one of them turned into an offer. It's not exactly my field of work and it came with a significant decrease in salary, but I thought about it, and it's a good start until something more suitable comes up. I didn't want to prolong my stay with him any longer, and a decrease in income is a good sacrifice. Plus, I'm going to have lower rent, and I'm selling my car since the new job is in walking distance from my sister's house. No more worry about the crazy gas prices. My new job starts October 1st. I'm working my notice period from my computer. The 2 month between jobs, I'm just going to have fun and work on myself. I took my name off the lease, but I'm going to pay 2 more months. I left him last Sunday. The night before, I prepared a very nice dinner, and I effed his brains out all night. Oh my god, I did not need to know that. It felt so good to hear him whispering how much he loved me and how lucky he was to have me. In the morning, I left the divorce papers and my attorney's number in the kitchen. When I got to my sister, I finally could tell her and the rest of my family about everything. I showed them all his conversations and even the pictures he's taken of me. They're all pissed at him. He has been calling and texting obsessively, but he doesn't know where I live now. Email, DMs. He went to my parents, but they just shunned him at the door and advised him to let me go. Maybe he knows now because he's been asking to explain and apologize, etc. I don't care. All I've texted back is that if he wants to convey a message, he could do it through my lawyer. I would also have left the divorce papers with all the pictures of the screenshots of all the messages. And then I just would never talk to him again. Because, like, I would want him to know that I knew. I would need that to feel better, you know? Because I don't want him to think that I'm just leaving to leave. And I don't want him to be like, make me out to be the bad guy, you know? And then that's the worst. That's the worst part is I would not want him to make me to be the bad guy being like, she just left me out of nowhere. No, I left you because you were taking pictures of me and calling me a white whale and saying that you couldn't sleep with me because you couldn't find my vagina under my fat rolls. Like that's actually insane. I'm just confused why did he do that? What made him want to live two completely separate lives? One where he hates this woman and one where he apparently loves her and is the best husband ever. That's what I'm confused about. And I would love to know the motive behind this. It doesn't seem like, I mean, I would understand maybe if she was providing for him and she was like super rich and that's the reason that he's staying. Okay. But it doesn't seem like there's a reason other than the fact that he's just completely two-faced and a terrible person. I can imagine what he's saying to everyone else. Like, taking pictures of her is so insane and diabolical. I could not believe that. I would be so creeped out, first of all. And also, like, just humiliated by that. That's disgusting. He's a terrible person. I want him to know that he's a terrible person, though. And I really wish that she would, like, show him that she knew so that he could see that the curtain has fallen. The masquerade is over. You know, we know who you are, and you're not a good person. That's who you are. Okay, let's read some comments. What a moron. Ex leaves him for someone else, and he throws what he has away now to make the ex giggle. Thankfully, OP got on the computer that day and found out what was really going on. Yep, destroying the new relationship is what brings joy to malicious, abusive exes. What a stupid clown. I hope his now ex wife finds someone who treats her right. Same. And also, I hope she's the best glow up of the century. And then she, like, I don't know, becomes famous or something and becomes like an amazing, I don't even know. I just want her to become everything she wants to be so that she can not rub it in his face, but in turn, obviously, he would see it and be like, "Oh my god, I really screwed up." And also, like, I just am the worst person ever. I hope he has to live with this for the rest of his life and just realize how shitty of a person he is for doing that. I can't even imagine if I did that. Oh my god. Imagine if my boyfriend was going through my phone and I was just like taking pictures of him in his sleep and being like, "You look at this disgusting pig. I hate him so much." Like, are you plotting to murder her? That's kind of a question that I have. Were you plotting to unalive her? Genuinely. It's a little bit scary to me. What were you going to do? Just live with her for the rest of your life? Like, did you, what I want to know is, who was he lying to? Did you really hate her that much? Or were you pretending to hate her just to make your ex-wife laugh? Which is weird. It would make more sense if you actually hated her and just pretended to love her, I feel like, than to love her and pretend to hate her for a couple giggles. Like, what? Okay, some more comments. This would absolutely destroy me in every conceivable way if my husband did this. God, imagine what he would say if she did get pregnant. No, for real. Thank God she didn't get pregnant. Having a child with that monster. I removed most of the Reddit. Wait, what? I removed most of my Reddit contents in protest of the API changes commencing. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't need to read that. What the fuck? I'm like, huh? Strong lady, he is irreversibly fucked up here. I wonder what he's telling the ex now. Honestly, I'd love to know. I wish OOP never sees that piece of shit again. But at the same time, I feel like I really want to know what type of bullshit excuse he comes up with. Same. I need to know. Good on her for respecting herself and getting the F out. Two-faced little shite can run back to his cheating scummy ex. They're clearly a good full trash can of garbage together. The ex doesn't want him. The ex literally doesn't even want him. Does she? Like, I feel like she doesn't even want him. I would feel so violated by the pictures. Like, I think I'd rather have my husband cheat on me and sleep with someone else than him take pictures of me I didn't know about to mock me. Honestly, same. Also, reading that stuff about yourself has to be so damaging. You know, just like seeing all those terrible things about yourself, I'd feel so shitty about myself. And I'm sure it's been hard for her because she was depressed and gained a bunch of weight and clearly didn't want to gain that weight and then like lost a bunch of weight. And a lot of times when you lose a lot of weight, you still see yourself the same way as you did previous to losing the weight, and it can be really hard to adjust to the new type of person that you are because you still carry the insecurities that you had previously to losing the weight, even though you know that you look so much better now and you feel so much better now and you feel so much healthier. I feel like that's how I was. Like, that really made me, I don't know. I still just looked at myself. I've always looked at myself the same. I've always looked at myself as a disgusting, like, genuinely. Like, I've always looked at my body. I've never looked at my body and like been like, "Wow, I look amazing. I love my body." Maybe one day, maybe a couple days when I was really skinny and I woke up with even morning skinnier. Like, I was so tiny, it was crazy. But I still didn't get to, I never thought that I never thought that my body was good. I just always thought, I always looked at the negative parts of my body. I always looked at my little pouch, that protects your ovaries that women are supposed to have. Yeah, that pouch. and I'd be like, ew, I need to get rid of this. I would like suck it in. I would like stretch it down, like push it in with my hands constantly. Like I had this habit of doing that, and it would just be so crazy. And I feel like I definitely carried a lot of insecurities of being like a little bit on the chubbier side growing up. Not crazy, but I had a lot of baby fat. And I just carried those insecurities into my new body, even though I didn't get my new body in the best way. So that's probably part of the reason as well. But oh my God. I can't believe that people like this exist. Okay, but anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this mini episode and I hope that you have the best holidays and I let me know what you thought of the story that we read. I would love to hear your thoughts and your questions, comments, concerns, anything that you're thinking, what you're drinking. I always love to know what you guys are drinking. But yeah, I love you guys so much and I hope you have the best day ever. I'll see you in the next episode of the Storytime Society. Bye.